It's day 8. We're walking across the bridge, and today it's not windy. I'm walking with Kai. Hi, Kai.
Howdy.
Kai made day 2 of the 0 to 2500, as did Nikki and Ben. So they're doing well. Beans and I actually scored 59% yesterday. The bridge mates only give you the percentage in your section, and for whatever reason, the disparity in skill across sections yesterday was the biggest I've seen it. The first session we scored 54, it dropped to just under 50, and the second session it said we scored 54, we got 59.6. So we made it in comfortably. We're 51st with 130 making it in, so our carryover's decent, but we're like 2 tops behind the leaders. The leaders get quite a big carryover, but they probably had some big sessions. We could have done better. I could have done better yesterday. But at the start of the second session, relief was there because we were doing really well, so we knew we were going to qualify. As long as we just kept our heads, really. Alright, he's waving, someone's beeping at us and waving. So, another overcast day, still not to wear my shorts, other than the very first day we were here. But hasn't really rained, it's just been a bit chilly, a bit overcast for most of it. You can see Beans and Matt behind us. Matt is playing today, but I don't know what in. Some one-day event before Jacoby Swiss tomorrow. Our team has been sorted now. We're going to be playing with I'm playing with Ewan McNay, and teammates are going to be Beans and Sarek. So you've seen Sarek in other videos. I played with him last Nationals, and Ewan you saw in Iceland. So if you're regular viewers of the channel, you know those people, but I will introduce you to them tomorrow. And the Jacoby Swiss is a tough event. It's a 2-day Swiss teams, and by this point in the week, only the Vanderbilt final is remaining. So tomorrow you're going to get every team that was in the Vanderbilt plus some others, which makes it quite difficult. So last year we qualified just, but then day 2 we came last. So it's a tough event. So if we qualify to tomorrow, I would consider, if we qualify in the teams for Sunday, that will be a success. But we're still on pairs mode here, so we've got the last day of the Silidor Open pairs. It's going to be tough to win with the carryover we have, but we'll try our best. If we play like we did at the second half of yesterday, win with a chance, but I think you need a big session, and Beans and I have never really had like a 70% session or anything like that, so we just need to be steady, maybe get 2 65s and then see where we are after that. There's the little troll. This is the troll pub, because it's under the bridge, you see. See what they did there. We've walked past that pretty much every day we've walked in. Yeah, I've had a good Nationals, as Nationals go. This has been decent. I think there's not much to do in Louisville, and in terms of like good food, you know, it's not like New Orleans was. But given it's in a less well-known city, I think it's still been pretty popular. You should have seen, you saw the size of the field yesterday, you saw the size of the one-day Swiss teams. People are still attending. I've heard prices are going up yet again, and it makes it difficult for me to keep coming to these. I think they're hiking the prices up and up and up, and I'm already paying for, like, you know, a week's of accommodation, and then, you know, lots of money on flights and stuff. So yeah, what are you playing today, Matt? So I don't know. No. Alright, okay, we're wandering in. Danninglu's trying to chat to us, so we're going to have a chat with him and get some breakfast before we start. So they're setting up for the Jacoby Swiss. So this is the manual pairing board they use. Yeah, I will criticise that tomorrow. But anyway, Beans picked up the following hand. He picked up Jack third, some stuff. What was that? King third, Ace King X, Ace King 10 fourth. So balanced 18, and his partner opens. I opened 1 spade, and Beans bids 2 clubs, which is either clubs or balanced game forcing, and I bid 2 no trumps, which I will do on all week no trumps. So that's just the way we play it. It might not be the best treatment, but it just makes things a bit easier. So over 2 no trumps, what are your thoughts? Well, you can make effectively a slam try in spades by bidding 3 spades. It basically says I've got extra values and spade support for you. So it's likely to be only 3 card support because you haven't shown a Jacoby 2 no trump raise. And over this, your partner bids 4 hearts, which is a Q bid. It's denying ace or king of diamonds, which you have. It's denying ace or king of clubs, which you have, and it's showing the ace of hearts, but it's what's called non-serious. We play serious 3N, so I could have bid 3N serious, which means I've got a good 14 count, and so my hand's interested in slam, or I can just what I'm doing here is making like a courtesy cue. I haven't got a really bad hand. I could just bid 4 spades, so I've got somewhere in the middle. So either a okay hand without good controls, or a weak hand with good controls, or something like that, but it won't be like a weak hand with no controls or very few controls. So over this, Matt decided to bid key card, and what you need to be doing here is kind of putting partner on hands. If partner's got no minus suit aces or kings, that all their controls are going to be in the majors, and you know they've got the ace of hearts, you know that they haven't got the king of hearts, so you know they must have good trumps to make this sort of non-serious slam try here. If they have really good trumps, they could have made a serious one. So it's likely is that they've got the ace and king, or the ace and queen, or the king and queen, and your jack's going to fill that gap quite well. So I think 4N is safe. Beans bid 4N. I showed 2 in the queen, so I've got 2 key cards in the queen. And if you're trying to count 12 tricks, it's difficult because you don't know which queens I've got outside of spades. If I've got the queen of hearts or the queen of clubs or the queen of diamonds, 12 tricks are probably pretty good. You're going to make 4 spades. Ace king, ace king, ace king is 10, and the queen just gives you loads of chances for a 12th somewhere. Maybe a queen, maybe a jack, or something like that. So Matt bid 6 spades, and when dummy comes down, it's a good contract. It's on one of 2 finesses, assuming there's no terrible breaks. You either need the spade finesse, in which case you're going to make 5 spades, and then ace king, ace king, ace king, and then you can set a club up, or you need the club finesse, which gives you 4 club tricks to throw a heart away. So the spade finesse was offside, but the club finesse thankfully was onside, and so we made 14-30 with a combined 30.6 spades. Yeah, well judged, Matt, and it's nice to be able to do this non-serious. I had a minimum hand, and if you're not playing non-serious, I might have just signed off to show a minimum, which is not what I've got. I've got ace, queen, ace. I've got 2 key cards and the queen of spades, and I shouldn't really be signing off there when I can make a non-serious bid, which is what we did. So we've got a director call. I might, based on the result of that call, I might pop that up for you. But you hold the following hand. Very good hand. Ace to 5. Ace queen. Ace to 4. Ace 1. No pips. You've got no 9s or 8s or anything in your suit. Well, I think you might have the 9 of diamonds. And it goes pass, pass. You open 1 spade. Pass. And partner bids 1 no trump. And we play this as to play because partner is... we have jewellery available and partner is a passed hand, so it's not semi-forcing. So you've got 18 count, you could invite game here, but you look at your suits. Partner hasn't got 3 spades. Okay, so that means you're setting the spades up is going to be unlikely. Partner could have king, queen tight, but unlikely. It's very specific. And look at your diamonds, they're really bad. So for you to make 3N, you probably need partner to have a super diamond fit. So I think bidding 2 diamonds is a cost-nothing action. If partner moves over that, if partner bids like 2 hearts showing a weak hand with hearts, you can pass it because you know they haven't opened a week 2, and you get some more information about it. You can still invite if partner moves of anything of 2 diamonds, or just bid game depending on what they bid. But you then don't punish partner for maybe keeping the auction alive when 1 spade isn't going to be a good place to play. So for example, if partner's got like a singleton spade in a 5 or 6 count, they might think they have to bid a no trump and hope that we don't have to play in spades. That was the whole hand. Beans puts down a 5 count with king x of spades. He says he thought he could risk responding knowing he can always correct to 2 spades with king 1. So good bid. I think we got to 2 diamonds, which plays a lot better. Spades were 5-1. And I haven't punished partner for responding. Like, I don't think my hand's a good 18 count. It's very controlly, but I just don't have any sources of tricks. And so for us to make 3N, partner probably needs to make another move over 2 diamonds. And he didn't, so he didn't. So we're done for the first session. Our bridge mate said 55, and before the last two boards were in, we were 37th out of 130, so we've moved up in the world. There was a hand near the end where my partner accused me of throwing a winning diamond away. So I'll give you the hand I had. I don't think I've ever opened 2 10 counts in a row. And I'd opened a 10 count on the previous board, and I have a 10 count here. And it goes pass, and so I just opened a diamond. It's a bad bid for good reasons, or a good bid for something like that. So the next lady doubles, took a while to double. So she's obviously got a good hand. It's gone pass, and I've got a 10 count. She must have a strong hand, probably. Beans bids a spade, obviously, my singleton. So we're playing support double C if the right-hand opponent intervenes. And they did, with 2 spades, which was natural. I pass. I mean, Beans shouldn't come in now. He knows the spades are sat over him. He knows I haven't taken an action over 2 spades, so hopefully he doesn't hang me for opening on a 10 count. And the lady then just bids 3N. So, okay, fine. She's got a big hand. She might need... No, go for it. I'm from the other way. She might need... the spades in dummy to just be able to bid 3N. That she's got now a spade stop or something. So I'm defending this, and Beans leads the 4 of diamonds, and he would lead low from 3 low in my suit, and this looks like that's the case. Dummy goes down with 9 double turn, and you can see the screen here. So we're defending 3 no trumps, and at trick 1 they play the 9 of diamonds. So that's fine. I've got Queen Jack 10-8. I mean, obviously I did bid diamonds for a reason, and I played the 10. And the lady wins it with the king or the ace, and she lays down the ace of spades. Partner plays count, so partner shows that he has 6 spades, an even number of spades. But when they don't play a second spade at trick 2, it's almost certain Beans has got 6 spades. So mission number 1, stop them getting to dummy. If they get to dummy, they've got king queen of spades, so getting to dummy is worth 2 extra tricks on top of any trick that you get to dummy with. So at trick 3 they lead the king of clubs. It goes small, I duck that. Trick 4, they lead the queen of clubs. Partner shows out, confirming he discarded a spade, and he wouldn't do that from any 4-card spade hole. He said partner definitely has 6 spades. So we know this hand now. We know the declarer's got likely 5 clubs, likely 4 diamonds, likely stiff ace of spades. So we know they've got 3 hearts. So I duck a second club. The queen of clubs holds. They play a third club. I cash my clubs and exit with a diamond. Now you've got to be worried that I'm going to get thrown in with the 4th round of diamonds to lead away from my king of hearts, and then dummy's going to be good. You know declarer's got to have the ace of hearts for the bidding. So I need to make sure I cash all my clubs so that I don't get end played. If I cash one club and don't cash the 10, I can exit with a diamond, but then I've just got winners left. And I'm definitely going to get end played. So I cashed all my clubs, hoping that when I exit with diamonds and she wins, before trying to end play me, she tried to cash a club. And I throw my last diamond away. Now she can't throw me in with a diamond to lead away from my heart. At the end, she tries a heart to the queen, I win the king, and that's our 5th. Apologies, Beans' jack of hearts is our 5th defensive trick. So Beans just kept on to jack to 3 hearts. He didn't have much, did you, Matt? A 2 count, oh my god. So yeah, we've definitely got in that auction there. So thanks for not hanging me, Beans. I didn't hang you back, and there's the full hand. So we beat 3N. Now they can make it if they trust my 1 diamond opening to have the king of hearts, which isn't certain. You're missing 12 points and both hands have bid, so there's no guarantee I've got the king of hearts. I guess I could have psyched, I suppose. But if you trust it, what you should do is don't cash the club, just play your 4th diamond, which would happen to be the 7. They would have bid, they would use the beer card to end play me, which we would have nodded sagely and think, oh, that's pretty good. But it would have made if they don't cash that 13th club. But yeah, so if you see an end play looming, try and jettison the card they can throw you in with. So although I lost a diamond trick, we gained 2 heart tricks back in reply. How's it going, Beans?
Not good.
Not good. It's probably an understatement. It's to be honest, it's going shockingly. The first board, fine, made par. Second board, Matt has this hand, and he's got ace 1, 2 low, queen 10 5th, ace queen jack X, and he goes pass, so he opens 1 diamond. He's got his opening bid. Matt doesn't open light, and he goes 2 club overcall. Your partner doubles, pass to you. You've got no other bid really than pass. I think you just have to pass and hope it goes 1 or 2 off. I can't remember the colours. I think it was it Louisville? It was, yeah, both vulnerable. It was both. It says both vulnerable, I think.
No, just us.
No, it says both. Yeah. So both vulnerable. One offset top. Pass. It makes. There's the full board. To beat it, I have to lead a low diamond at trick 1, I think, to have a chance of beating. Obviously, if I lead a low diamond at trick 1, they're never getting it right. And then we make 3 club tricks because they can only get to dummy once. And there's only 1 club in dummy anyway. And we make 3 club tricks, 2 diamond tricks, and a spade for 1 off. I don't think Matt's bad for passing. I don't think I've not got my double. I've got both majors. And I think if we were competing a bit more, maybe I can offer a 2 spade bid later in the auction. But there we go. That's just a bad board. I will say we weren't. It isn't all bad luck. I think it's mainly poor play. This week we've defended really well, and today we haven't. Or at least this session we haven't. So we'll try and get as many match points as we can. We're not going to just bomb it because that's just being unethical a bit. But we're basically out of. Probably not going to make the overall placings now. It's gone really, really bad. I mean, we're not kind of swearing at each other yet, but yeah, it's
Anything we do goes wrong.
Anything we do goes wrong. Yeah, basically. I have a choice of leads against 3N. I lead the wrong one, they make 12. I have a choice of leads against this, they make the wrong one, whatever. I could switch to a trump or could not switch to a trump. I don't think it matters what I do. It seems to work, not work. And sometimes you're in the zone, and then we're in the opposite of whatever the zone is. So we're in the unzone or I don't know, something bad, where mild decisions, and there might be of these decisions, they're not like, it's not like complete out and out errors, but the decisions are just going wrong for us. Different bids, different leads, and so on. Yeah, I don't know what to do, so I'll try and find an interesting board, but the problem is we've already made a mistake on the board before it gets interesting, is an issue here. I made a marginal penalty double, Beans pulled it, and it was going 2 off, and Beans went 1 off. But I can sympathise with the pull. I think it's they'd had a misunderstanding, and I thought, I'll take advantage of this. And Beans had undisclosed shape that he hadn't shown, so he pulled it. So it's pretty bad. Well, it's the last session we have together, which is a shame because it's sometimes nice to finish on a high. But yeah, so this is the remaining field. Or behind me here, it's all. So there's 130 pairs left out of 250 that started, and that's the remaining field. So it's still a big event, you know. We'd played well, you know. I say well, we played with fewer mistakes this morning, and we were 36th coming into the final session. So, you know, it was possible that we'd done well, but our aim was top 10, and we're not going to do that now, I don't think. If we do, it will be an actual miracle. We've got like 8 boards left. There's no way we can get enough back in 8 boards. I think we'll be lucky to get 40%, which is a shame. So tomorrow I'm playing with you, and this is my last game with Beans for maybe quite a while, because I'm not sure I'm going to Toronto yet. I have to see if I can finance it somehow. But if I can go to Toronto, I will probably get at least a couple of days in with Beans. I do like playing with him. He's a good lad, good egg. Anyway, we'll see if we can get our aim. 8 boards, 1 interesting hand where there's actually some decisions to make. That's our aim. So this was a hand that came up in the last 8 boards, which was weirdly one of my favourite hands of the whole week. You get to 1 no trump after the stellar auction, pass, 1 diamond, 1 no trump, and 1 diamond is Polish, so it's likely to be 5 most of the time, at least 5. It'll only be 4 when it's 4, 4, 4, 1. So you bid a no trump, and dummy goes down with what you can see, and the lead 7 of diamonds. So obviously you're going to make 3 diamond tricks. The king's going to be onside, I think. They would have led the king from king X probably. So you've got 3 diamond tricks, you've got a couple of hearts, and you can set some spades up as well. So you're easily going to make this, but as like the rest of our session went, we've missed a 4-4 spade fit. So anyone in spades is probably going to make more. You can ruff a club in the north hand. You can maybe set the 4th round of hearts up for a discard or something. So we've got to try and catch up to people in spades potentially, maybe.
or hopefully things lie badly for them that we can get out. Anyway, so I played the 10 of diamonds at trick 1, and they covered with the king and won the ace. And then the opponents we were playing were very good. They had the air of someone being very good, and they ended up coming second in the event. And I thought, why would you cover here? Why on earth would you cover and not play me to, because the left-hand opponent might lead the top from 3 small or something like that. And so why on earth would you cover here? Well, the only thing I could think of is they don't want me to be in dummy to lead something off. And the only holding I could think where East wouldn't want me to lead off dummy would be a singleton ace of spades. So, I mean, things weren't going great. I played for this inference, this very, very slight inference that East is only covered because they don't want me leading a spade off dummy if East has the singleton ace. Now, you imagine if East has got the queen third heart, they don't really care whether I lead a heart of dummy, or if East has ace queen of clubs, ace jack of clubs, queen jack of clubs or something. They don't really mind me leading a club off dummy, but they might mind me leading a spade off dummy if they have specifically stiff ace. So I played for that. I played a diamond back to dummy, and you can see now diamonds are likely to be 5-2. They've led upside down, and then East has played like a middling diamond. They've still got the 3 left and the 9 and the 8, so we don't necessarily know what East is signalling for. And I played a spade off dummy, and it went stiff ace. Well, it went ace. It ended up being a stiff. So you can see, now my catering for this stiff ace is good. Not only am I not going to lose a second spade trick, I'm making 3 spade tricks now. People in spades might find a 4-1 spade break to be bad. So we're now in a much better position than we were when dummy went down. Missing the 4-4 spade fit was bad, but now catering for this stiff ace is pretty good if West has 10-9 to 4. So they cleared the diamonds and they played the 8 of diamonds. So they've cleared the diamonds in such a way that they've signalled with the 5 then the 8. They've still got the 9 and the 3 left, so they've probably not got anything great. It probably means that they haven't got the ace of clubs because they didn't play the 3 of diamonds and the 5 of diamonds. So I don't really know what to do now. Again, I want to try and make sure I'm not losing to people in spades, and I don't think I can reject taking the club finesse at some point, potentially. What I could just do is, cash 3 spades and play a club off or something like that. But I tried something a bit risky. I played a club off after checking the spades were breaking poorly. So the spades are breaking poorly, and you'll notice that West and East have both thrown a club. So I played a club to the king. And if it loses, so if the ace of clubs is with East and they win the ace and cash 2 diamonds, I'm going to make the king of clubs and then the rest of the spades and the ace king of hearts. I'm going to do quite well. But when the king of clubs loses to the ace, because I've played clubs so early and because East hasn't signalled desperately for clubs, West is going to find it very difficult to play a club back, I think, from a lot of holdings, because why am I playing on clubs and not hearts when my hearts are clearly, my cards are clearly better. So in theory, at this point in the hand, I'm going to be playing on the suit where my cards are better. So West didn't find the club switch back because I played clubs so early. If I wait and then play clubs, maybe West can gauge that a club back is the correct defence. But West is probably guarding either the queen of clubs or the jack of clubs and might find it very difficult to play a club back at this point. So they played another spade. And now I can cash 2 spades. I cash this spade. I just check to see if the queen of hearts is singleton, which is very unlikely. And then I cash my last spade. Now, East is coming under some pressure now. We know East has 2 diamonds left. We know East probably has one of the club on as the queen or the jack. And East probably is guarding the queen of hearts, unless they haven't got an actual opening bid. The East has got the ace of spades, the king of diamonds, and we're looking probably something like both queens. Well, what do they throw away now? If they throw a heart away, the queen of hearts is falling under the king. If they throw a diamond away, that's a winner. And if they throw a club away, maybe I can set a club trick up. But the danger is, if they keep their club and throw a diamond away, I exit in clubs, their end play to lead away from the queen of hearts. If you just look at the whole hand here, what does East throw in this situation? You've actually caught them in a squeeze. They're actually, if they throw a heart away, they can see 2 tricks, so they can't do that. They can throw a diamond away, which is throwing a winner away. And if I read the cards right, I throw them in with a club to lead away from the queen of hearts after cashing their diamond. So what they decided to do is they decided to play their partner for the jack of clubs, which is correct. The partner does have the jack of clubs. And they unblocked the queen of hearts. But now because I've got the 10 and 9, sorry, unblocked the queen of clubs. But now because I've got the 10 and 9 of clubs, I can just concede a club to West. If I read the situation right myself, I just concede a club to West. West takes their jack, and to not give me another heart trick, they exit in clubs. But now I make that extra club trick that I was trying to make by playing a club to the king. East keeps their guarded Queen of Hearts, so I don't make any more other than the King of Hearts, and I make 9 tricks in the end. So obviously it relied a bit on a missed defence. It relied a bit on West not playing a second club when winning the race, but they're both thrown a club away, and it's very weird for me to play clubs if my hearts are much better. So obviously I gained through a bit of deception, but the bit I like about the hand, my favourite bit about the hand, is obviously gauging why is he covered at trick 1, or he must have a stiff ace of spades, and you can't really do that against most people in the room. But obviously he was pretty good, and we checked after the hand. This board didn't stop them winning the event, so if that had been the case, I'd feel quite bad, because we were nowhere.
And the beans are done for Louisville. We finished with 42%. I'll take that. I think we didn't play well, and to finish above 40, I think is a bit not like super generous, just a bit generous. I'm going to try and find some hand records now, and show some boards. I don't think there's that many interesting ones, and it's like when the standard's lower, interesting decisions for me personally don't come up as often. They need to be interesting for me. They need to be close and tough decisions and tight decisions, and excellent play for extra tricks. Not, oh my god, I've already revoked, this is going 3 off sort of play, which didn't happen, but it wasn't good. So I've laboured to quite a lot about what's going on. I'm going for a meal with Wendy now, so that should be good. Wendy's treating me to a meal out. I've not seen her since Thanksgiving, basically, or thereabouts, so that should be good. We're going for a meal just down the road from the Galt House. It's nice to have, I know we go in and cook every night, most nights anyway, but it's nice to have at least 1 meal out or 2 meals out during the week. I went out with Ari and Pavel on the first weekend, and I'm going out with Wendy this weekend, so that feels like the right amount of meals out for me. And then we'll go back tonight, maybe pass beans some toads in cockroach poker, and chill for a bit before we do something big tomorrow. Getting up early tomorrow to meet you, and we're going to talk some system. And I think Beans is coming with me to talk system with Sarek. So we've got a team, four decent people, but none of us have played together before. So we'll see how our agreements carry us in what is actually quite a tough event.